Hello everyone, myself Basanti, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce from St.Josephs College of Arts and Science for Women, Ozur. So today topic is GST supply. So definition of supply. According to the section 7, subsection 1, the supply will be included in the expressions. It will be all the form of the supply of goods and services in the both way, such as sales, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, etc. So there will be a made some consideration by a person within the course of the furtherance of the business. So import of the services for a consideration, whether it may or it not be in the course of the furtherance of the business. So these are the schedule 1 for the activities which will be treated as a supply even if made without consideration. So first one is permanent transfer or disposal of business where the ITC has been availed on such assets. The second one, supply between the related person or between the distinct person as specified. So any gift up to rupees 50,000 in a financial year by the employer to employee shall not be treated as a supply. The supply of goods by principals to agents and vice. So import of services by a taxable person from related person from established foreign country in furtherance of the business. The schedule 2, it not be treated as a supply. So transfer of title, transfer of goods without transfer of the title. So any title of in the goods agreement between the stipulated on the payments of the full consideration. So like hire purchase or any lease assignment license to occupy land of the supply of services, any lease of the buildings or part of the supply, any treatment or process which is applied on other goods in a supply of goods, any transfer of business asset will not be treated as a supply in Schedule 2. So any renting of immovable properties, any construction of complex buildings, like intent for a sale to buyer for a part of consideration. So resume before the completion of certificate. Any work contacts, any supply of foods, drinks for consideration. So any goods will be unincorporated, associated or body of the persons to your members. It will not treated as a supply. So next one is important definitions. What is mean by aggregate turnover? So aggregate turnover is a total of taxable supply, exempted supply, export of goods or services, interdate supplies. But now the taxes value of the which is OCM payable. So there will be a exempt supply including non-taxable supply. So what is mean by exempt supply? So exempt supply means which the any goods or services or both will be in the nil rate tax and it will be a wholly exempted from the tax under the section level. It will be called as a exempted supply. So next, registrations limit as per the section 22 of CGST Act 2090, every supplier shall be liable to registered in the state from where he makes a taxable supply, goods or services or both. If the aggregate turnover will be exceed rupees 20 lakhs. Next, exemption from registration in CGST Act 2017 excludes of supply of exemption under the goods and services agriculturist. So registration compulsory in the following cases. So first one is person making a interstate supplies, casual taxable persons, any persons who pays taxable under the reverse charge, e-commerce operators, non-resident taxable persons. If any person who is required to deduct a tax at a source, especially the government departments and the local bodies, any other suppliers, goods or services, big of on other agent or otherwise. So next process of registration. They are liable for a registration required to obtain the registration within the 30 days from the date of become liable to register under the section 25 subsection 1. So PAN is a must for GST registrations. Like other documents have to be soft copy have been required like Aadhaar, light bill, so rent agreements, bank details. On the online application verification through the registration through the mobile number, email ID. After the OTP verification of the PAN, the electronic submission will be applicable. The read of the GST, there will be a 15 first two character from the state code. So next 10 from the digit PAN card number, two characters from the entity of the code. So last will be check some characters. The proper officer will make get physical verification of the premises and the GST will be uploaded. The photos and reports will be registered in the GSTN in registration 29 format. So every registration person are required to display the GST certificate in the places of the business, even if not liable to make get voluntary registrations. So registration can be amended. So registration can be cancelled if person does not conduct any business from the declared place or business or issue invoice or bill without supply of the goods or services. The composition scheme of GST. So it is also referred a person registered under the section 10 of the Act. The scheme will be available those who turnover of the supply in the financial year does not exceed rupees 1.5 crores. It will be a PAN based all the transaction in a single PAN, whether the registration as separate business or vertical or registered in a separate state or unitary territory. So refund of GST. On export of GST or services, GST will be paid on the raw material. Input service will be refunded or IGST paid on exports. So GST for raw material is I and the GST on the FG is be low. Then the refund allowed. So excess of paid GST and a refund of pre-deposit for the appeal and the online application must be required. So e-way bill. So in Maharashtra up to 1 lakh, so not required to make a e-way bill. For interstate, the e-way will be required once you cross the transportations of rupees 50,000. So there are some items which are accepted from the having the e-way bill. So it has been generated only in online. So e-way bill has a economy with the goods and in the transit. Thank you.